What up guys, G-Streezy88 here, and I am here to give you my full walkthrough of my After Hours DLC guide, so stay tuned. So what you want to do first is when you load up GTA Online, you will get a phone call from Tony Prince from I think GTA 4, I think it is. Me personally, I didn't care for the game, so I believe it's from the DLC from GTA 4. But anywho, let's get into it. Alright, you're going to pull up foreclosure bank, or the Maze Bank foreclosures rather, and you're going to go up here to the top right. You're going to click nightclubs. Now all of them are in the city, none of them are up here at all, as you can see. But down here, there's really no bad place per se, but I would just avoid these two down here at the bottom. But I believe all the rest of them should be fine, because you're gonna have to drive a little bit anyway. But yeah, any of these would be fine. Just don't fool with these two down here unless you just want them that bad. But yeah, moving on. So once you buy your nightclub, whichever one you decide to do, this is mine right here. You want to, well, after you buy it, mine just says renovate. But after you do this, same concept as most of the other businesses. All this mostly is just cosmetics. You really don't need any of it unless you just want it. You know, make your club look cooler and stuff, like light rig, and it even has a video on what it looks like whenever it's going. But just me personally, I would avoid all this until you get a decent income, because it doesn't do anything. This one is pretty neat. Just click a name and they'll actually say the club name and like the cutscenes and stuff, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so here is the bread and butter right here though. Right here is this is garage space basically. Here is what you want right here is the storage space, because this allows more goods to be gathered. More about that here in a bit. But yeah, you're definitely gonna need to upgrade that all the way to level 5 once you get the money. Dancers, same concept, just cosmetic, don't need it. Dry, same concept, all that. So yeah, moving on. Once you get all that set up, once your club is all set up in the way you want it, here's where the goods are stored. At the bottom right is your value, your stock. And I will show y'all how this stuff works. Now here you go. Alright, so so you got cargo shipments, sporting goods, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, organic produce, printing and copying, and cash creation. Now, you're not going to have all this at the beginning. All of this is from your other businesses. Right here is where you manage your technicians. You have to buy each one of these now. It's been a while since I've done all that, and I don't have a video on it, but yeah, you just buy them guys, and each businesses are linked to another business. So for cargo and shipments, it's hanger, obviously, hanger and CEO crates. Sporting goods is I'm not even sure. Okay, that's sporting goods is your bunker. South American imports is cocaine. That's basically MC businesses. The meth, MC, all this stuff is MC. So basically how this works is this is laundering basically. So all of this works together with the other businesses, and they just collect. So you do absolutely nothing. This is the best passive business, one of the best passive businesses you could buy, so it's definitely worth it. Here is essential. You need these upgrades. You need the equipment upgrade. It's the same as the bunker and the MC stuff. Basically the same concept. You both need these two. Security you could do without, but if you have the money, just go ahead and buy it. Me personally, Nightclub doesn't get as rated as much as the MC. The MC gets rated like constantly, so you really it's not required, but it's good to have. But yeah, moving on. Now, moving on. You have the DJs here. You have to do each mission to get each DJ. I don't have footage on that, but of course do those. You'll get a call from the guys that run the club and stuff to get these guys. But yeah, they don't really do anything. They just play music in your club. The whole nightclub popularity. You could do the missions. Me personally, I just buy them like this. So that's about 20 grand I just spent. And yeah, it fills up your popularity. I think you get a total of 70 grand total when it fills all the way up. I'm not sure how much per hour. I think it's like every 48 minutes is like $10,000, I think. So yeah, it's okay. But your popularity has to be all the way up to get that 10,000. If you go all the way to 0, you only get $100. But that's up to you if you think it's worth it. I just switch out DJs every once in a while. You don't have to do that, but it's better than doing the missions, because the missions are kind of tedious, and I could show y'all a couple of the missions here in a bit. So moving on. So here is the safe. If y'all haven't found out already, it is right here. Once the bottom right, once you start getting money in, just go collect it whenever you come in here. Like I said, your popularity has to be all the way up to get the maximum amount. So you got a gun locker over here. It's neat. I think it comes with the nightclub, so you don't have to do any extra purchasing. Yeah, it's just basically hiding your weapons and stuff like that. See, you just click one of the yeah, you just show, and yeah, nothing to it. Moving on, you have this right here, privacy glass. I think with the facility you actually have to pay for it. On here it's free. I guess it's just a little extra they put in here. It's alright. Sets a vibe for you, I guess. Now this is pretty cool. Whenever your popularity goes all the way up, you could just come over here and get free drinks. Some of them are expensive, especially that one. It's just a pretty cool animation, but don't waste your money on it. But these are pretty cool. The Mary Beth is pretty cool, because when you take a shot, sometimes you'll show up on the roof, and you'll actually get a t-shirt, I believe. I haven't got it, but I heard you could get like a Kiflam t-shirt or something. I don't know. Something weird. See if I get it. Usually the Mary Beth usually pass out here. Let's see if I pass out. Yep. Nope. I just ended up in the garage. Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, you have a chance of winning a t-shirt and ended up on a roof, so it's alright. So I'm gonna show you guys the popularity missions. It's okay to do a few of them, but like I said, it's just better to switch out the DJs. Some people don't even fool with them, so you could just not fool with it at all. It won't really. You'll still come out net positive even if you switch DJs, so it's fine either way. But you want to come here and promote the nightclub. But see, there's the safe capacity. I think see, there's the current daily income. It's 10,000 every 48 minutes, which is an in-game day. So it goes up to 70,000. Once it hits 70,000, you can't hold no more. But I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the mission, promote the nightclub, and I will speed this process up. yeah, so that was pretty much the Nightclub popularity mission. Depending on which DJ you get, depends on sometimes what mission you get. Not always, but sometimes. So, yeah, good side note. So, let's move on. A little side note too, when you go to your nightclub, always go in through the back, never go through the front, because the front, you have to walk through the whole club, which is just silly. I don't know why they do that. What you want to do, you want to come back here in the back, because like I said, you can actually jog through the club. Plus it's right here by your computers and stuff, so it's not really worth going in the front. See, back here you can jog, but up in the front you have to walk the whole time, which is silly, but it's whatever. So, moving on. Also, when you walk through the nightclub and the back rooms, you will see ammo sometimes, like that. I just thought that was a cool little tip. If y'all needed some ammo, just walk through your club back here somewhere and you should find some ammo. So yeah. Another tip is if you go AFK, like you want to just build up your nightclub popularity and let all your businesses cook while you go out for a while, go out to dinner or go to the store or whatever, you could simply just go to the security cameras and just look at them. This way you will not get kicked out of a lobby, or session rather. Basically you just stay in the security cameras. Make sure your controller is plugged up too though, and you set the sound and devices, hold down on your PS button and make sure it doesn't turn off automatically. But yeah, nice little tip. Me personally, I just go to a contact mission and go in my apartment. That way you don't get charged fees and stuff like that. To me, that's a better solution. Just make sure you know where your apartment is, because if you don't, it won't show up on the map. So I would just recommend go to your apartment first, and then launch the contact mission, then watch TV. It's the same concept. That way you won't get charged, and it's supposed to reset your raid timer as well, so pretty cool little tip. Moving on. Now, for a full nightclub is around 1.69 million, I believe. And it takes roughly 66 hours total to fill it up. So if you're just playing the game, it's no problem. Like I said, you don't have to resupply or none of that stuff. I mean, you could do the whole promote club, but it doesn't affect the these goods right here. It doesn't affect these at all. So you could just sit back, AFK, and you'll have a bunch of money in a matter of no time. So that's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, this is basically a gift to the grinders as myself. Me and my crew, we are the Money Grinding Mafia, and I just want to give a shout out to them guys, because without them I wouldn't have the amount of money I have today. So, but yeah, it's really good money though. But I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the sell mission and hurry this video up, because I got to get to the Terabyte next. So let's go ahead and start that now. Currently I'm at 454,000. I'm going to go ahead and sell these. I'm going to speed up the process, and yeah. Tony does take a cut. I think it's like 10%, I think. So once you make over $1 million, he'll only take 100,000 out total, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'm going to go ahead and speed up the process. so the sub missions are pretty simple. Sometimes you'll have 3 drops, sometimes you gotta chase a helicopter down. Yeah, they're real simple though. But here are the delivery vehicles. You need to upgrade these in order to survive out there in Los Santos, because you know you got a lot of griefers and stuff. But here you go. You got these armor platings. Me personally, I would go with the middle grade, because them Rams right there ain't worth a crap on any of them. So I'd just go with the middle grade. You can always go to the solo public session like we do. We just spam find new session, and we usually get a solo. So, but the weapons I would recommend on the van is the proximity mine and the remote 50 cal. It does a lot more damage. The minigun is good. It does a lot more damage per second, but the 50 cal just shred into people. And mounted machine guns, they just ain't worth it. They're basically like the them cars with the little mini machine gun on the front. If you could see down there, they're just them little pea shooter things. But yeah, I would recommend that for the van. As I said before earlier, do not, well, I can't tell you which one to get. Me personally, I just don't like the Ram because it gets caught up on everything. But to me, this one, always the one before the last one is always the best to me. But I mean, that's your decision to make. With the weapons, definitely get the proximity mine. Secondary, I don't really use it. You can. The only bad thing is when you get up under bridges and stuff, this thing is bound to get stuck. So yeah. And the missiles on the front, of course. Yeah, that's what I would recommend for that vehicle. Moving on. Again, armor plating. You could get that one, but I'd recommend that one. Plus, it's hard to shoot in the windows. If you could see, you could still get shot out, but not as easy as the other ones. See, these are just, you could still get shot out easy. So the weapons I would recommend, like I said before, these are bound to get stuck up under a bridge, or if you go under low-lying places. Proximity mine is a must. Again, the remote missile battery, it gets in the way, so I would just recommend the mounted missiles. Yeah, so yeah, moving on. So guys, it's on to the Terabyte. Alright, what you want to do first, you want to go to the internet, travel and transport, and right here, the Terabyte, I think it's like 1.6 million. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it usually costs. But anyways, here we go. Alright, most of this stuff is just cosmetic, so I wouldn't too much worry about none of this stuff. The thing is with me is if it's not making me money, I'm not gonna buy it unless I got like plenty of money, you know, so don't even bother with that. The turret station, you could use it, but it just has a turret on top. Unless you're getting griefed and stuff like that, you don't really need it. Now the drone station, I would recommend this. I think it's like 800,000. It requires you to do client jobs, so the challenges, they're not really worth it, but the client jobs are definitely worth it. That I'll show you that here in a bit. Weapon workshop, it's the same as the MOC. Don't need it. It's basically for Mark II weapons, so it's not essential. So now specialized workshop you do want, because this upgrade the Mark II. So if you want the Mark II and you want to upgrade it, make sure you buy this right here. So moving on, upgrades on this thing are you know, the same as most others. You know, you got your brakes, your armor, and all this stuff. But the thing with this thing is a tank. It takes like 30 rockets and like 20 sticky bombs, something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's pretty massive. A cool tip about this is if you're outside of the nightclub with this, if you hold down the right D-pad while you're in the cab, you will actually spawn in the back of this thing. So That's a pretty cool tip. But I will go ahead and show y'all the workshop, the Mark II, and the client jobs. So moving on, I will show you guys the special workshop. This is for customizing your Mark II. Again, you have to have this to upgrade it. Homing missiles, explosive MG. Don't get the explosive MG, just go with the homing missiles. Countermeasures, I would recommend the flare. The smoke don't do anything, it just has smoke coming out. Looks pretty cool, but chaff is okay, but yeah, I think the flare is a better choice. But other than that, you can customize it to your liking. Paints and stuff like that. So again, you have to have this to upgrade it. You have to pay that extra money. So after that, you have this client jobs. Now this is the bread and butter for this Terabyte. I'm going to do diamond shopping. This is probably the best mission right here. There is a cooldown timer for each one you do. Like say if I do this one, there's I think a 30-minute cooldown, and then you want to go to robbery in progress. You could do that, then that'll be another 30 minutes or something like that. I'm not really sure of the cooldown time, but there are cooldown timers on this. But if you have a EO full of buddies, y'all could just take turns doing this, and you can make some ridiculous amount of money. I made about $2 million off of client jobs with just 4 of us within an hour. So it's really good money, even if it's not double money. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all diamond shopping. And with the Mark II, this thing is it's pretty quick. It's easy money. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this video and show you. You guys could see it's easy 30 grand. It's not based off of time like a contact mission, so yeah, like I said, if it's double money and you have like 4 guys switching back and forth between that one mission, that and maybe the robbery in progress, you can make a tremendous amount of money. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for my Terabyte and Nightclub video. I thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and yeah, I hope it helped you out a whole lot. I enjoyed making the video, so yeah. Take care, everyone.